Hello, this is a presentation entitled The American Freshman in BSM. In this presentation, I'm going to be sharing with you key findings of a national study called The American Freshman National Norms Fall 2014, and I will be sharing a few implications for BSM and collegiate ministries. This is a study that is done by the Higher Education Research Institute at UCLA. Let me tell you a couple of things about this study. This study is based on 153,015 first-time, full-time students who entered 227 four-year U.S. colleges in 2014. Last year, 2014, there were 1.6 million full-time undergraduates that started school in 1,583 four-year colleges and universities. The first key finding I want to point out is freshmen in religion. As you can see in the chart on the side, the number of freshman students who are not affiliated with any religion is constantly growing. This is true even in freshman students enrolling in religious institutions. They select none as religious affiliation. As you can see, the number has increased almost double from 9.1% to 17.4% over the past 10 years. Another key finding of this study, The American Freshman, is in regards to freshman students in socializing. They asked high school seniors who are freshmen now, and what they found is that students' time partying and socializing hit an all-time low in 2014, while the use of social media rose. Students spent 6 hours or more using social media weekly. This is in contrast to 40% of them dedicating 5 hours or less per week to socializing in person. So while interacting with others in person has decreased, social media use has increased. One thing of special notice is that close to 45% of high school seniors select good reputation for social activities as very important in their choosing of which college to attend. This study points out that this interest in social activities as a very important component in their choosing of college points to the fact that freshman students are highly aware that they want to belong to a group and they want to socialize more than the actual time that they spend using social media. Another key finding is in regards to freshmen and emotional health. In 2014, students' self-rated emotional health dropped to 50.7%. This is the lowest rating ever. That means that out of 1.6 million freshman students in 2014, over half of them say that their emotional health is not very good. The percentage of students who frequently felt depressed rose to 9.5%. That's another key finding. Another important finding of this study is in regards to freshmen and their expectation to interact with the world. More than 1/3 of incoming freshmen believe that there is a good chance that they will study abroad. In other words, when students enter the university, they're fully aware of the world, and they know that they are part of it and they're no longer isolated or thinking like they're isolated and their part of the world is the only thing that exists, but they're open and they want to explore and they want to learn more. Another finding of the study is that close to 50% of students that believe that there's a good chance that they will travel abroad come from a high socioeconomic background. According to this study, they suggest that international study abroad offices need to provide additional outreach and resources to students from less affluent backgrounds to ensure that they have access to these educational experiences. In regards to freshmen and their ability to interact with diverse peers, over 80% of incoming freshmen rate their ability to interact with diverse peers in a multicultural setting as a major strength or somewhat strong. However, in the breakdown, It is shown that the demographical background of freshmen indicates that strength in their self-rating comes from students that are already come from diverse backgrounds. Those that are not from diverse backgrounds, like their neighborhood, their schools, or churches, rate their ability at a lower rate, which is 59%. This is the end of the presentation on the key findings with implications for BSM and collegiate ministries. Now I'm going to provide a few observations based on these key findings. Um, the first key finding and its implications for collegiate ministry is freshmen in religion. We already know this, but here is some hard data information about the crucial role that BSM and collegiate ministries play in helping students embrace a relationship with God while in college. It is important to help students distinguish religion from a personal relationship with God, and it's also important that college ministries, BSM, should continue to create a bridge between the local church and university students. Also, it is important to teach and train Christian students to engage non-believers and not to assume that incoming freshmen immediately have an interest or understanding on spiritual things. Um, they consider themselves non-religious. In regards to freshman students and socializing, it is important to know that BSMs, collegiate ministries, should engage students in social media, and they should seek to meet them right there because they're spending most of their time there. However, the primary message to communicate to them is that we know their need for community and to tell them that we have a solution. Most of the times we use social media as means to advertise events or things that we provide. However, we should also use social media to interact with them and tell them we know what you're after and we have a solution for your needs. Another thing is that community building should be an outreach tool for ministries. It should not only be what we seek to achieve in Bible studies. Community can be a powerful evangelistic tool. A lot of the times our ministries focus on community, but they only see it as a result of people attending a Bible study. So Christians that want to build community then attend a Bible study, and then the outcome of that will be building community. What I'm suggesting is that community should be offered as a primary evangelistic engaging tool to incoming freshmen, and then from that point, encourage them and to join a Bible study and to be part. And then, of course, they will understand what true community is about. But I believe that community should not only be something that we pursue as Christians, but should be do something that we Christians do to reach incoming freshmen for Christ. Also, freshmen, it's important to know that freshmen consider interaction with other people very important, and I think that this attitude should be nurtured. In regards to emotional health, I think that college ministers should be fully aware of counseling centers for college students and should have a network of mentors ready to help students improve their emotional and spiritual health. We should know the staff or the services that universities provide, and we also should know what churches around us are able to provide. We should always be ready to network students to find whatever tools they need to be emotionally healthy. Also, we should offer depression workshops to teach students how to deal with depression, how to recognize depression, and how to help them help their friends when they're dealing with depression. Also, collegiate ministers should seek learning opportunities on how to help students improve their emotional health. In regards to freshmen and their expectation to interact with the world, I think that when we engage incoming freshmen, we should do it with a global perspective. We should know that they already know that they can play a part in this world and that there is a good way for them to do it, and this is to serve others. And we should offer opportunities for global impact on an ongoing basis. It should be an ongoing activity rather than a seasonal activity. And most importantly, just as study abroad programs are encouraged to provide outreach and additional resources to students from less affluent backgrounds, collegiate ministry should seek to help students that can't afford to go. Not all students have access to the same resources, and this should play a part in our mobilization efforts so that we are able to provide every student with an opportunity to have a global impact for God. In regards to freshmen and their ability to interact with diverse peers, we need to be able to continue to provide opportunities for students to interact with others. We need to know that these opportunities have fueled an openness in incoming freshmen, and we need to be mindful and provide those on an ongoing basis. Also, college ministry should be focused on having a culturally diverse ministry, and we should start with leadership, and that should permeate every component of our ministry. And it should not just be international ministry. We have American students that are culturally diverse. So collegiate ministries then should also provide culturally diverse opportunities for the body of Christ to grow together.